Good Sunday morning. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. Welcome, vinyl community. Thank you for all my new subscribers. That's right. I've gotten a bunch of new subscribers this week, and I sold a buttload of CDs. They're flying off the shelf, which is fantastic news because I ended up buying a bunch of albums after flipping a whole bunch of CDs. So stay tuned for that at the end of the show. I'm going to go ahead and show you some CDs that I'm going to be putting in my store. That's right, my store. And if you're interested in my store, there'll be a link down below. eBay. 2018. What were you listening to in 2018? Well, that'll be the show for this coming Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this. Well, I got 7 more years to do, and then we're going to do the prog band. That's right. We're going to start, and we're going to go from A to Z. That's right. We're going to do all the prog. So that's coming up. On today's show, though, I'm going to show you what I got in the mail because I didn't go to any stores this week. Everything came to me. Then I'm going to show you my top 10 all time. No, not all time. This is my top 10 prog bands that are currently still making prog to this day. They're still making music. So I'm not going to be showing you Genesis, and I'm not going to be showing you any bands that are... I'm not going to be showing you Yes, because there is no more Yes. And I'm not going to be showing you bands like that, all the dinosaurs. I'm going to be showing you bands that are making prog today. That's right, that today. Well, maybe not today, but, during this past 10 years. So here's the stuff that I picked up this week. So I picked up Robert Fripp. Now, these all came to me. These all came in the mail. Let the Power Fall, right? Frippatronics. And it talks in here about all the different places that he was touring back in the 70s and into the 80s. Fantastic record. If you like Frippatronics, if you like Robert Fripp, then you would love this album. That's right, Frippatronics. And then there's a band from England that are called Anathema. Anathema or Anathema? Correct me down below. This album here is just brilliant. They made a couple albums. Weather Systems is another album that's fantastic that I want to get. And this album's called We're Here Because We're Here. And it's a great band. Anathema. I'm probably saying that wrong. Anathema? Sounds better. This is a band, Blackfield. And these guys here, it's with the Jewish fellow and Stephen Wilson. And his name is, I can't pronounce it. It's pretty difficult to pronounce. But anyway, it's a side project that Stephen Wilson did with this guy. And they made a bunch of records. And lately they have stopped making them. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I'll have to research that. But the first 2 albums are the best. And this one here in Blackfield 2, which I need to get. And then there's a Blackfield Live that I have, a bootleg, not a bootleg, but a, I don't know what you call it. It's a Blu-ray. Okay, Riverside. Riverside is a Polish band, and these guys are excellent. If you like prog, then you would love to get into Riverside. This one here I found online, and it was recorded in 2005 during the Second Life Syndrome album. This is before their guitarist passed away. This fantastic band. And then I started listening to this lady here, Laurie Anderson, and someone told me on YouTube that I should check out all the Quiax 2 pressings. So I did that. And so for $1 I got this online. The guy sent it to me. It came in Christmas wrapping paper. I don't know why it did. And it's got the song Excellent Birds on here. Peter Gabriel's on this album, and he helps her out with that song. And then Peter Gabriel ended up doing it again. I think it was on the So album. So this is a promo. It's a Quiax 2. It's going to sound really good. She's got another album out there that I want to pick up for cheap. Back to Riverside and back to the band, the Polish band, Riverside. This album here is from a few years ago, Shrine of a New Generation Slaves. And it's all about buying stuff in malls, I guess, and keep on buying and buying and buying. It's got Escalator, Shrine on here, Celebrity Touch, The Depth of Self-Delusion. These guys are fantastic. If you love prog, and these guys need to be in your top 10, Riverside. This is a picture disc. We'll have to get that out of its wrapper and play that today. Oh, I should have got some water. And here's Opeth. And Opeth is a metal band, a metal prog band. But this is a one-off project they did with Steven Wilson. It's on this album. He produced it and directed it and sang on it and wrote songs for it. And it's basically a Steven Wilson album with the lead singer and guitar player for Opeth, which is another name I can't pronounce. And they did another album. They did an actual album right here. I showed it last week, I think, or the week before. So these kind of go together because they're both done with, this has got the Steven Wilson moniker on. This is called Storm Corrosion. That's what they titled it. But it's Steven Wilson and the guy from Opeth. And then this is the album that Steven Wilson did with Opeth. So these kind of go together. Put that back in my prog band over here. We'll get to that here soon. And 7 more weeks. And then I got this one here for cheap. And I've been looking for this album. But to buy a OG of this is big money. So The Cheerful Insanity of Giles, and Fripp. Real early Robert Fripp album with Michael Giles and his brother. And this is before the Crimson King. This is real early King Crimson. I guess you hear some kind of King Crimson leanings towards on this album. I haven't, I've only streamed it. I haven't actually heard the album. So I got a bunch to listen to. This is all stuff that I have to listen to. But most of these I've heard before, whether, but most of it's from CDRs back in the day or, you know. So here we go. We're going to run through these. I'm going to go through my top 10 prog bands that I listen to, that you should be listening to if you so desire, or if you listen to stuff like Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, Iron Butterfly, all those bands from the 60s and 70s, which I love. I love all those bands. But I listen to a lot of these bands too. And coming in at number 11, I want to get this knocked out here. We're already 8 minutes in. Coming in at number 11, it didn't quite make the top 10. This is David Gilmour, guitarist from Pink Floyd, which I love his new album. And I heard he's already starting to make another one. His Luck and Strange. And this is a good album. I really like this album a lot. His wife helps him out with the lyrics, and David's guitar is all over this album. So great record from last year. And I hope he does make another one and tour one last time. He's talking about touring one last time, but usually he only goes to New York, Chicago, and LA. He does like 3 shows or something, or 2 nights in each city, 6 shows, or he don't come down here to North Carolina. So then coming in at number 10 is John Anderson and the Band Geeks. And this is, yes, nowadays, yes. You have the Steve Howe, yes, tribute band, which I don't care for. They've made 2 or 3 albums, which I don't care for. But anyway, John Anderson and the Band Geeks. This album is fantastic. This is a live album that they did from their tour. And John does all the classics. And at his 81 years old, his voice still sounds the same. It's incredible how they can do that. Coming in number 9. And this was a album from last year or the year before. This is the Dark Side mix. This is I.O. by Peter Gabriel, which is a fantastic record in its own right. And he has a light and a dark, and I got the dark, and I haven't been able to find the light version yet. So, looking forward to that when I get it. It's a great album. If you love Peter Gabriel, you like his solo stuff, I know my buddy John up in New Jersey does it, but there's some really good songs on here. I need to unleash that one. This is a band coming in at number 8. This is a band that they're called Soup, and they're from Norway. Just a fantastic band, progressive rock band in the vein of like Porcupine Tree or one of those groups. I'm going to take this out of the plastic because this plastic thing that it came in, and you still can't really see it. It's just, it's so heavily laminated. Yeah. But it's a great album. It's their last album they did, and this album is like 4 or 5 years old. But I heard that they're going to be doing a new album soon. And this album is called Visions. That's what it's called. It's got a cool cover. But it's hard for me to show it. There's no plastic on it. It's just, that's the way the cover's made. And it's called Visions. Coming in at number, hope I don't screw this up. Coming in at number, where are we at? We're at number 7. Pat Metheny. This is the Side Eye Project. Pat Metheny, this is one of his later albums, one of his newer ones. I used to have it on CD. It still might be in the store, I'm not sure. But I've sold a lot of his CDs. Pat Metheny, Side Eye. This is a live album. He does some of his older songs on here and a couple of his new songs. Coming in at number 6 is Jackowitz. Another name I have a hard time with. And then this is the lead singer from King Crimson. So I really like this album a lot, and I love King Crimson, so this is what I'm showing for King Crimson, because this is basically the latest thing out there. And King Crimson's also working on a new album, so that's why they make the list. Coming in at number 5. Are we at 5? Oh, Lord. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Yeah, I did it. It's coming in at number 5 is Nat Sylvan and the Steve Hackett Band, right? Nat Sylvan is the lead singer for the Steve Hackett Band. And Steve Hackett has some solo records he's made in the last few years, which they're hit and miss for me. I like some of the songs. I don't like some of the songs. Yeah, but I like Nat Sylvan's. I like this album. I like the whole album. It's incredible. It's like my number 1 album of this year so far. Great record. Nat Sylvan. Gotta know Nad. Gotta know who Nad is. Coming in at number 4 is a favorite of mine. These are my top prog bands now. This is Riverside, and I can't tell these Polish guys enough. These guys are fantastic. This is their live album from their live tour from a few years ago now. Live ID. They do a lot of their older songs, and they do a lot of songs from this album, which came out a few years ago. And hopefully they're going to be working on a new album and then touring again. I need to go see them. I missed them twice. This is Identity. Gatefold album. Great record. Riverside. 4th favorite prog band. Coming in at my 3rd favorite prog band. And this is IQ. And this is Dominion. It's a great album. After their last album, which was, I didn't care for. I'm trying to get into it, but it's difficult. It's a double album. This album here is a great tour de force. Yes, the great IQ prog group. Coming in at number 3. It's hard to pick. Coming in at number 2 is Marillion, and they're in the studio making their follow-up to this masterpiece right here. That's right. An Hour Before It's Dark. Just a fantastic record. Marillion, my 2nd favorite prog band currently. And it can only be one number one. It's got to be the man back here. That's right, Steven Wilson. Those are his first 9 albums back there. This is his latest offering, which I'm going to go see the man next month, September. It's coming up quick. I'm going to be going up to New York and seeing, this is where it all started, right? Yep, the overview. Steven Wilson's latest. And I heard he's making a new record. So a lot of the people are making new records for next year, apparently. And this is Porcupine Tree, because all Steven Wilson records are Porcupine Tree records. And all Porcupine Tree music is all Steven Wilson music, according to Steven. This is their last album that they did together, Closure Continuation. And this has been out for a couple of years now. And my buddy John up in Jersey went and saw this tour. I didn't get to see it, but I would have liked to have. I've only seen them one time, and that was on the Fear of a Blank Planet tour. Long time ago. 20 years ago. But this album here is just fantastic. It's really good. I need to get into it more because when it came out, there was so much music out that I didn't give it a fair shake, but I need to give it some more listen. Yeah, so these here are my number one. These are the latest albums from Porcupine Tree and Steven Wilson. So that's it. That's my top 10 prog bands currently. CDs are flying off the shelf. I've been selling, I think I sold 30 of them last week. And they're paying good money for them. A lot of these are imports. These are a lot of CDs that I've had for years and years that I don't listen to anymore. I don't even have a CD player hooked up anymore. So they're all going out. Every last one, even the ones that are autographed and signed, I'm getting rid of them all. You can only keep so much stuff. So now I'm just going to be just keeping my vinyl, and that's it. That's all I got. 17 minutes in. Be good out there. Be careful out there. And I will see you on Wednesday. We're going to talk about 2018 and what were you listening to in 2018. That's right. And support the troops. I will see you on Wednesday. Take care, everybody, and have a great rest of your weekend. And go Yankees, right? Go Yankees. They're fading fast, but they're going to be down with the Orioles here pretty soon. All right, take care. Bye for now.